My name is Paul Herndon, and I'm a certified public accountant and a raw milk dairy farmer in North Idaho. And I and my family have been here in North Idaho since 2004. We have raised our family here in Bonner County. When we first moved up here, we moved to Sandpoint, and then we bought a property that we have added to multiple times since then. We bought it as a forested property and converted it to become what is now Pleasant Meadow Creamery, a grade A raw milk dairy whose fields, like the field I'm sitting in right now, are actually certified organic, and the cows are now in what we call certified organic transition. And we got into dairying because as a family we wanted good food for ourselves, and we want the best food for ourselves, premium choice, where we get to essentially build health into ourselves through the food we eat. Because in fact, if you're a farmer, you learn that health starts in the soil. And so we've watched over the years as we've literally transformed this place into, from noxious weeds into what is actually pretty lush pasture and really great hayland and really great grazing. And then we picked the most amazing cows in the world, which are Guernsey cows, and have hung our hat on them. And we bottle in glass bottles and sell in retail stores throughout North Idaho in 3 counties, Kootenai, Bonner, and Boundary. And I think it's at least 12 stores. And 6 of those stores are in Kootenai County. And so we do the raising of the cows here, the bottling of the milk here, and load our refrigerated van and take it straight to the stores. And then that's the product people are buying. And we literally sell every drop. And as we're marketing this product of raw milk, which we're very blessed in Idaho to be allowed to have at the retail level and to have it be state licensed, as we're distributing this, we find people across the political spectrum that love food freedom and love to be able to choose a product that once they try it, they think it's the most amazing milk they've ever had, and they become huge supporters. And we become friends with not only our customers, but with the people who work in the stores. And so last week in Idaho, and we're here at the end of July of 2020, the Panhandle Health District essentially passed what they call a mandate or an order to force masking on every person in Kootenai County, which is entirely random. They chose Kootenai County. And basically, I guess the minute I leave Bonner County and drive into Kootenai County, as soon as I'm in a position where I can no longer socially distance, I'm supposed to don the mask, which would be in every grocery store. And as a result, those stores and in fact a lot of places of business have made it required that their employees mask. And in fact, in many cases, they're not allowing those employees an exemption, even though under federal law, you have exemptions available. You could take a health exemption, you could take a religious exemption. There are numerous reasons why you don't have to mask. But most importantly, the way I view government is the way it's supposed to be viewed, in the way a lot of Idahoans view government, which is government authority. As long as I'm a law-abiding citizen, and those laws have to be duly passed by the legislature and signed by the governor in order to be a law. And then there are what we call administrative rules in Idaho that then embellish on that to create the thing that we call the body of law that we're all supposed to conform to. But essentially, any law-abiding citizen should realize health liberty basically says government authority stops at my face. You don't get to touch my face or tell me what I'm going to wear or tell me what I'm going to hang on my head or off my ears because you proclaim it's a health benefit to others. because the reality is, in a free society, free people can make that decision for themselves, go do the research for themselves, and realize that even the very agencies that are being cited as an authority for mask mandates actually tell you masks don't work in most of these situations that they're saying they're helpful. And in fact, if they did work, they have to be a particular type of mask, and there's a particular way that masks have to be handled. Now, if you go out to the stores today in Kootenai County, you're going to find half the employees are unhappy with wearing masks, and they're not wearing them correctly. They're not following proper PPE. Which is personal protective equipment protocol, we'll call it. And in fact, even the governor of Idaho, Brad Little, on my website, pleasantmeadowcreamery.com, I've taken screen grabs from a press conference he was at where he is hanging the mask off his ear. He's holding the mask where his fingers are on the inside of it. And I've linked a WHO video where they show you proper mask handling. And if you're going to actually use a mask for disease transmission control and not infecting yourself or others, you have to grab it by the air loops, take it off, and literally step away from it. And now your hands are considered contaminated. And if you're going to put that mask back on, you have to go through the hand washing protocol, which I've linked on the website, which is a WHO video, where they show you that you have to use an alcohol-based cleanser for your hands, or you have to thoroughly wash your hands with soap and warm water for at least 60 seconds. Well, if you go into any of the stores in Kootenai County, you're going to find nobody's doing that. Most people have them hanging down below their noses. They just took them out of their pocket when they walked in. Do you know how dirty our pockets are? They're terribly dirty because you stick your unwashed hand in your pocket and there goes the whole infection control. So I see that, and I think masking is not going to help you, especially in that situation. And I think people should have a choice. I actually think if you think a mask is good for you and it's going to help you, you should have the liberty to wear the mask. And I'm not going to walk up to you and try to convince you not to, and I'm not going to mask shame you. That's your choice, and that's called health freedom. So as a raw milk farmer in Idaho, I believe that Idahoans should have food freedom, and I believe that they should have health freedom. And so as a result, I've decided I want to come out from being a raw milk farmer alone and just a certified public accountant and actually get out and do something that can help Idahoans have the freedoms that we should have. And so I have joined with 3 great attorneys, Colton Boyles, Nathan McPherson, and Scott McPherson, and we are prepping legal action that will be filed imminently to essentially remove the mask mandate from Kootenai County, and hopefully it will have the trickle-down effect that it removes it from all Idahoans, and hopefully then it will have the effect of being able to be used as legal precedent in other states, like our neighbor Washington or in Montana, to remove mask mandates in those states so that people can have the choice of whether they want to mask themselves and mask their kids. So we've set up a fund to help pay for the legal work, and really the attorneys are doing most of the work for free. But in order to engage in a battle like this, you have to have expert witnesses. Doctors have already come forward, have contacted me directly, people who are MDs who want to lend their technical assistance. Most doctors have pressure from their employers though, like they might work for a health system, a community health system, a hospital, and they have pressure not to come out and speak against the policy of the hospital, and they're in fear of their jobs. And because of that, we have to pay for expert witnesses to be able to come forward and work with us. And so we've set up a fund. It's at wonderwe.com/mask mandate. And we've also put several blog entries on our own website, which is pleasantmeadowcreamery.com. And if you just Google Idaho raw milk or North Idaho raw milk, you'll easily find us. We've had already thousands of dollars of donations. We're up to about 15,000 right now. People are either just sending contributions directly to Pleasant Meadow Creamery, or they are going through our wonderwe.com/mask mandate site, or they're reaching me through PayPal. And I have that set up on both the Wonderwe site and at our own pleasantmeadowcreamery.com, so that people can make those contributions and make this the collective, concerted effort to fight for freedom against the government tyranny of telling me what I have to put on my face.